Thank you for joining us tonight. I want to thank Joe Ferguson for his efforts in putting this together this evening and all the people that helped out. Round of applause for Joe. Thank you. It's going to be very brief. I'm up here also with President Rich Lapidus, Fitchburg State University. Thank you so much for joining us tonight as well. Applause is nice. Let's go. Yeah, thank you. I just got to, again, very briefly, I want to say thank you to the business owners right here in Mill Street, but also one more demonstration that in the city of Fitchburg, we partner and collaborate better than anybody, and this is another example of it. So thank you once again. Enjoy yourself tonight. Go over and check out the painting on the street over there. They're working diligently at it. It's almost done. Looks beautiful. Great. Have a great night. Dr. Lapidus.
Thanks, Steve. Let me just echo the mayor's comments. Collaboration has been great here in the city. University very engaged with this effort. We were part of it when Reimagine started, and excited about the new opportunities here for InTown. I think the efforts have been great. I can tell you from the university perspective, students tell me all the time that they are looking for opportunities to come down and do things. The change on the street is palatable. You can see it. Events, the beautification of the street. It's really nice to see. I'm a relative short timer compared to many of you. Have gone on 8 years here, but the city has really changed a lot. Great credit to the mayor and all those that have been participating in this. So again, thanks for coming out, and look forward to the rest of the event.
Thank you, Mayor DiNatale. Thank you, President Lapidus. Hello, everyone. Many of you probably initially knew me as the director of Reimagine North of Main. Here tonight to tell you I'm now the director of InTown Fitchburg. And right off the bat, I would like to thank my staff member, Monique Guthrie, who many of you know. I would say her work plan involves blood, sweat, and tears, and that's why we hired her. She gets things done, but there's a lot of things behind the scenes that you don't see that Monique's on top of, so I want to everybody give Monique a round of applause for that. Thank you. Okay, from 2015 to 2021, the city government of Fitchburg, Fitchburg State University, Fitchburg Art Museum, New View Communities, Making Opportunity Count, and the Minority Coalition implemented the Reimagine North of Main initiative. This initiative launched numerous efforts to improve the downtown neighborhood for its residents, businesses, property owners, and visitors by enhancing and celebrating its strong historical and arts and cultural assets. This work, with over $2.1 million in financial support from the Health Foundation of Central Massachusetts, based in Worcester, coalesced and solidified a partnership of these local anchor institutions that will continue to address the economic, social, and housing challenges in the downtown area through asset-based community and economic development, an approach that focuses on enhancing the existing assets in the community to their full potential. Through all the hard work, perseverance, patience, COVID, and commitment to reimagining Fitchburg's downtown neighborhood and commercial district, and with the generous support from Mass Development's TDI program and Creative Cities programs at the state level, our downtown partnership is stronger than ever, and our revitalization work has a fresh new name and brand, InTown Fitchburg. Under this exciting new look and brand, which also harkens back to Fitchburg's historical context, we are adamantly focused on harnessing the momentum created by the Reimagine North of Main initiative to strongly signal to residents of this city within the North Central region and throughout the Commonwealth that this gateway city is on its way to rebirth and renaissance. InTown's vision, a vision that is shared with this community, is for a vibrant, walkable, safe, and appealing downtown that serves as a gathering place for all and where all are welcomed. While Reimagine's focus was more broad in nature, InTown's focus will be more acute and primarily focused on the downtown commercial district, which is now enshrined in the city's zoning code as the InTown district. Accordingly, InTown will serve as Fitchburg's downtown management organization and lead convener of the revitalization of downtown. And we're going to focus on 3 key areas. We're going to continue with a laser focus on support for small business. What this includes is technical assistance from our partner providers at NewView and the Chamber, as well as grants, loans, and other financial support from both in-town partners and external sources for the benefit of our small business ecosystem. One of our goals is to bring in small businesses and get these storefronts occupied, create a vibrant downtown. We've had a lot of funding leading up to InTown in this regard, and we've deployed storefront fit-out grants, facade improvement grants, grants for new signage, all the way from Moran Square to the Upper Common, everywhere in between. From 2019 to 2022, we did $280,000 of grants out to the street for new signage, new facades, new awnings, new interior fit-outs. I'm gonna highlight Mr. Mike Roy here in a minute, who successfully opened the cellar with some support from InTown. Number 1 was support for small business. Number 2, district beautification. Over the past couple seasons, you may have seen some new plantings and flowers and planters. We've got some more in the works too. We believe that a commercial district should be tidy and clean for everyone, and we're seeing the impact of that. In addition to the storefront grants we've deployed during the pandemic, we were also able to get out $120,000 in simple COVID relief support to our businesses as well, and we hope to continue to do this in the future as well. I started district beautification, right? Yeah. District beautification. We expended $70,000 on our first year of district beautification on new plantings, a watering system, new planters, and we have more to get out onto Main Street and Boulder Drive next spring with hanging flower baskets and some more planters as well. And the number 3 focus area is events, such as this one. I'm going to turn it over real quick to my staffer Monique, who can tell you how to get connected and find more information about those things.
Thanks. So for more information about events happening downtown, you can check out InTown Fitchburg. Yes, that's intownfitchburg.com. We have the we have the downtown community calendar, which is managed by myself, and we also have the FCC calendar as a part of that. We also have the citywide community calendar, and huge shout out to Joe Bowen and Sam Squalia for your hard work on that calendar. It's a huge feat, so we really appreciate it, and we appreciate that you're on our page as well. You can actually also download our calendar straight through Google Calendar to your phone. And you can also check out all the events that we have happening by checking out our socials, InTown Fitchburg on Instagram, Facebook, and if you click the link in our bio, you can actually see all of the upcoming events, parking, event specs, businesses popping up for First Thursday, and so much more. We're even hoping to have resources for the community, and one of the resources already on our link tree is created by Luisa Fernandez, the late Sam Godin, and Eva Kelly. They worked super hard on a bilingual community resource guide, and we are so happy to have that, and so happy to start including more resources on InTown Fitchburg. And for events coming up, we of course have Trick or Treat on Main Street, so that's always a super successful, fun, and creepy event. So we're wicked excited. Yeah.
Pointing to the swag.
And swag.
Pointing to the swag.
Check out our swag. We also have some posters, so if you want to help me hang some up, that would be great.
Awesome. And if you're not on our contact list, please, when you come grab a hat, a sweatshirt, please write your email, phone number, best way to get in touch with you down here on the sheets of paper. Related to swag, if we don't have your size here, we probably have your size in the office, so just let Monique or I know and we'll make sure to get you the right size. All right. At this time, I'd like to recognize my core team of partners who were behind Reimagine and now behind InTown. It's quite a long list, so bear with me here. First and foremost, Fitchburg State University, specifically President Lapidus and his entire administration, the City of Fitchburg and Mayor Di Natale and the City Council, Fitchburg Art Museum, New View Communities, UMass Memorial Health Alliance Clinton Hospital, the Fitchburg TDI Partnership, which includes multiple organizations and leaders, our financial and programmatic partners at Mass Development, the Commonwealth's Department of Housing and Economic Development, and the Health Foundation of Central Massachusetts, and the North Central Massachusetts Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to recognize Senator Cronin and Representative Kushmerek, who are here tonight. Thank you. I would like to extend my sincere thank you to the small business owners. And I wrote down just a few, but more of you came out, which is exciting, and I wrote you down too. So, who's here this evening? Specifically, Mike Roy of The Cellar. I encourage you, he is open, guys. So after this, after I'm done speaking, we've got some food and some drink over here. And Mike's gonna come up here and speak in just a minute. I'd like to thank Mr. Eddie, I think he's behind me. Mr. Eddie Troxler. Eddie's a Renaissance man. He teaches, he plays, he informs. Manny Santana of El Bohio and his entire team at El Bohio, who are busy in their restaurant, have provided empanadas for us tonight. Hand food. I'm sorry it's not a meal, but it should hold you over till dinner time. Right back over there behind Tristan. I want to say thank you and acknowledge Kim Jones from Strong Style Coffee. I want to say thank you and acknowledge the DeBonis family of DeBonis Florist who are here. They're in the upper common. They came down here with us tonight. I would like to give a shout out to Iridescent Soul Trades, which is a new startup retail, and they are going to be working in the personal care services and many other things. And we just want to welcome them. We want you guys to get involved with us. We want to welcome you here. We're trying to help you out as best we can. I want to thank Heidi from the Organized Duck. Is Heidi here?
No, she's not here.
Okay. Okay. I'd like to also thank Chris Benoit. I don't believe he's here, but he runs New Body Massage right here next to Eddie. I would like to thank him as well. And Robin Streb is in the crowd, and she provides mental health services. She's a mental health practitioner right here in downtown. I'd like to thank her as well. Now I'd like to introduce you to, is Mike Roy around? There he is. I'm going to have Mike speak from the small business owner's perspective, and then I'm going to have Zach Boss, who is also here. He's the owner of Bonfire Books. He will be in a permanent location downtown tonight. He is popping up right inside the entryway to Strong Style with a book selling operation, cash only tonight. But visit Zach and he'll be up here in a minute. Mike, thank you so much. A few words from you.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you very much, Joe. Definitely an honor to be asked to speak at anything having to do with the city and the community and all that type of stuff. A little bit about myself. Mike Roy, I'm a lifelong resident of Fitchburg. I graduated Fitchburg High, class of '95. I've coached probably about 35 seasons of youth sports, fall, spring, winters, ice hockey, all that kind of stuff over the last 10 years or so. I've run an ice hockey league, men's Wednesday night ice hockey league for the past 10 years in memory of a good friend of mine, Zach Constant. The league actually runs tonight. I got a 9:30 game if anyone wants to come check that out. And now I've actually worked for the post office for 25 years here in Fitchburg. My route was in West Fitchburg for probably 19 years, North Fitchburg for the last 4, and now currently the owner of The Cellar. Still kind of catches me off guard once in a while. Like I'm not quite used to it yet. The journey for this place started a long time ago for me. I worked here in my early 20s as a bar back and worked the door, special event type stuff, all going on in this area. For anyone that remembers it, it was quite the spectacle. The place was unbelievable. It was pretty wild. I worked for Freddie Blake and Kenny O'Connell, then Perry Pappas, and just fell in love with the place. And life takes its course, and probably 4 or 5 years ago, I started thinking about it, going, this could be kind of cool, you know, to reopen the cellar for the community, get it going on. Just always a cool spot to hang out. And it was a lot of hard work, a lot of questions asked, a lot of people helping along the way. And we're finally open. It's been, I think it's 7th week now, 7th or 8th week we've been open, and it's been great. I do have a couple thank yous to throw out there. First of all, my parents, my mother and father. If anyone has been by here on like a weekday, my dad was the fire chief for 25 years. He's retired, and you could catch him out here anytime, painting, moving stuff around, cleaning up, weed whacking. He's as in love with the place as I am. He's worked very hard for me. I could not do it without him, no question about it. My mom, same thing, for putting up with me. I think they both thought I was crazy when I wanted to open a bar in town. But Joe Ferguson, Joe was a huge part in just helping me out with the grants and all that, and learning InTown Fitchburg and North of Maine. Monique has put up with a lot of my stuff too. There she is right there. Thank you very much. Everybody included. The Chamber of Commerce, my friend Maribel Cruz, I thought she was going to be here tonight. There she is right back there. Maribel, thank you very much. Maribel answered a lot of questions, probably shook her head at me a lot early on. Definitely helped me out a ton. The planning board, Tom, Mary Jo, Mike, you guys helped me out early on, asking questions and all that. The building department, Board of Health, Lisa at the clerk's office, she must think I'm insane, but she helped me through a lot of the paperwork aspect of everything. The city councilors for all their support and everything like that. Mayor DiNatale, where'd he go? I saw him around here a second ago. Thanks for attending all of my not so soft openings. I appreciate it. I know it worked out pretty well. And just an all-around thank you to everyone that's played a part in this and everything like that. And I can't even believe it became a reality. And thank you very much. Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Mike. Next, I'd like to introduce you to the owner and proprietor of Bonfire Books, Mr. Zach Boss.
Thanks very much. Thanks a lot, Joe. Everyone's asking when we're going to open. We're getting there. We've been working on this project for about 2 years, and for about 2 years, people have been asking me, why are you opening a bookshop? You can just get it on Amazon. But what you can't get on Amazon is the decades of investment of work of hands and treasure and trust that people in this city and region and people standing here in front of me have poured into this downtown revitalization effort. And all of that work, all of that investment is beginning to pay off. Over the past 2 years, every obstacle that I've encountered, a dozen people have stepped forward to say, let me give you a hand with that. Let me help you find a way around this barrier. And so I remain optimistic that we're going to be able to create a space that complements the homes, that complements the workplaces around here, where people can come together and find their stories. If our bookshop is going to be successful, it's because we're keeping faith to all of the work that you folks have done. So come see me and my partner Christina in our little pop-up spot later tonight and get a feel for what it's going to be like. And again, shout out, Joe. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Mike, again. Now I'd like to introduce Rep. Kushmarek and Senator Cronin.
First, just another shout out, because it's so well deserved. Joe Ferguson and Monique, thank you for all the work you do. Ultimately, that's what it's about, right? It's about when people step up in our community, they serve our community, and they bring all of the elements together. Tonight, we're not just celebrating InTown's launch, we're celebrating that next milestone in the revitalization of Fitchburg. It's about, after hundreds of millions of dollars of public and private investment in our downtown, it's ensuring that we bring together the most critical next steps, the residents, the customers, and the small businesses together. And from this point on, it's that point of no return. This is that point where we take those next critical steps in the history and the future of our downtown, and we don't look back anymore. And I'm so excited to see so many small business owners. We look back 10 years ago, and that would have been a struggle, talking about, we would have been happy if in 1 year we had 5 new businesses talking about opening in the course of a year. And today we're talking about 5 new businesses opening in this block alone. So really credit to the people that have been working towards this future, not just for the past year, but for the past decade. So Joe and the team at InTown, Mayor DiNatale, the City Council, Fitchburg State University, New View Communities, and the North Central Chamber of Commerce. And then to all of you who have been in business for decades, just waiting for this culminating moment. I'm looking at you, Carol and Ray. I know it's been a long time in coming, And there were a lot of times where people asked you, why do you still do it? And you said, I have this hope and I have this vision of what Fitchburg will be. And today is the start of that moment. So thank you to everybody for being here. And with that, I want to introduce Senator Cronin.
He just took every talking point that I had. So I wrote all of that material. I think he got it from my pocket. No, I want to say thank you to everybody for here. There's such a profound reason to be optimistic here in the city of Fitchburg. And to be perfectly blunt, it has very little to do with either myself or Representative Kushmarek. It's everybody else here who for years and decades has believed in this city. It's the mayor's vision, but it's a collective decision and choice in a deliberate manner to make sure that downtown is a place we invest in. And I will steal a line from Nick Pelletier. I don't know where Nick is. But when Nick, I had my material stolen, so I'm going to steal some of yours. But everybody here is passing the baton to each other. We're moving the needle forward and passing the baton to the next person, whether it's a public-private partnership, whether it's the mayor at City Hall, whether it's a small business owner, whether it's a real estate developer, whether it's President Lapidus at Fitchburg State University. We're each passing the baton to each other and passing it back and running to move the city forward. And so I will just briefly highlight what myself and Representative Kushmarek have done to spur that investment since December of last year. So we were able to secure $3 million to support the Fitchburg State University theater block. We were able to secure $290,000 for the mayor and the city of Fitchburg to spur private investment in downtown market rate housing. There's another $150,000 in the economic development bill for the city to do that. There's another $750,000 in the same bill for the Fitchburg Redevelopment Authority. So
And 200,000 for Morin Square.
And 200,000 for Morin Square, right? So there's this profound sense of optimism, of momentum with what we can see and what we can feel here. But I would just say to end, you have my commitment and the representative's commitment to keep those public resources flowing to Fitchburg, flowing to downtown, with really the shared belief that this city's best days are in front of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Representative Kushmarek and Senator Cronin. One thing that was just said is a profound sense of optimism. And with InTown, we want to make that real and as genuine as we can, and it takes all of us here. So let's keep up the energy. This event is not a one and done event. Tonight we're going to ramp up, and we're going to be doing these more and more throughout the next few years. And I just want to thank you again for all you coming tonight. At this point, it's just going to turn into a little social party. So I encourage you to sit back, take it all in. Please mingle, get to know all the folks and organizations I mentioned in my remarks. And importantly, enjoy yourselves on this beautiful fall evening at this beautiful setting in this beautiful region of North Central Massachusetts. Please connect with me and my sidekick, Monique, for any questions or for more information on how to get involved with InTown. And thank you for being here this evening.